one of the guys that actually was the first person to train me and kind of set me on this path. Coach Chavannes. Coach, how you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
All right, and one of the things I always say is God first, work until. And it's always each one teach one. And Coach Chris actually saw something in me at an early age. I remember he had an AU program named Fast Break. Came down, I made a move, and he pulled me to the side and said, what's your name? I told him my name was Koran. And he said, you play just like George Gervin. I don't know if you remember that. But, great coach, and I have him here today. So, Coach Chris, if you could tell them a little bit about, what you saw in me at an early age.
Well, first and foremost, it was, your tremendous work ethic, and secondly, the gentleman, you and your family is unbelievable, and I've been blessed over the years that players that have come through our program pretty much model after you. You'd be surprised how much your name has been mentioned over the years in various capacity, but again, not just as a player, but as a role model and as a gentleman. And in this day and age, that's, we got to constantly reinforce with our guys how important it is, not just skill set, but just being a man.
Now, Coach is actually head of the Patrick School, and we were here, and as you see in the background, we got Kyrie Irving up here, so he's been around tons of high-level players. So, Coach, tell me, what you feel it takes for a guy to really get to the next level. Like, what are those key indicators that you saw early in guys like Kyrie Irving, like Kidd-Gilcrestso, Shaheem Holloway? Like, what separates these guys?
Well, I think the one thing that we talk about with our guys, right off the bat, DeAndre, and Michael, and Kyrie, whatever, is that all those guys, Shaheem and Al, those guys are fierce competitors. I don't care if it's pick a ball, one-on-one shooting drill. It could be a team shooting drill, and they start, messing with the guy in front of them and make it into a competition. So just from a competitive standpoint, unbelievable, how competitive they were. And then from one of the things I talk about today is I refuse to coach or teach effort. And with those guys, you never have to worry about that. They just have an unbelievable motor. And that's something I think some of our guys are still striving. We have very, very good players still in the program. But the one thing they don't have, they think they have right now, is that motor where it just constantly goes. And whether it's a drill, whether it's an off-season workout, whether it's a game or whatever, those guys just brought it 24/7. There was never a question in their effort.
Definitely. And you mentioned Al Harrington. Obviously, both myself and Al Harrington are from Roselle, New Jersey. And Al used to have a trainer in the 90s. And of course, as I told you, I had Coach Chavannes as a trainer in the 90s. As a trainer, what are some of the things that you like to instill in guys, both as a philosophy and then skill set wise?
Well, the first thing I think you have to have, again, for me, and the guys that have been successful and move on from here to do great things or greater things, is the work ethic. And Al set that precedent when he was here, and 24/7, always there. We used to have kids literally break into the schools. Only school you have people break into to play basketball, to work out, and etc., and it cause damage to the school.
What are some of your takes on today's game basketball and today's player?
I think the biggest thing today is that how much time we have to spend in teaching kids about effort, and about being dedicated to themselves into the game, and how important it is to develop themselves mentally, and just develop the basketball IQ as well as the physical part of the game. So those things are very, very hard, more challenging today than at any point in my 20-some-odd years, being a coach, in basketball. That I think today, you have to have kids in a program for 3 or 4 years to kind of get them back to that point subtly. You can get them there. I think the kids that come here, it takes a while, for them to get it. This senior team that I have right now has gotten it for the most part. Someone asked me the other day to describe our team, and I describe them as professional players. And I don't mean that in the sense of giving them money or whatever, or monetary things, whatever. Is that they're very business-like. They show up to weightlifting, at 6 a.m. in the morning. They don't complain about it. If they have Vertimax training, they do that. If they're supposed to be doing shooting on their own or whatever it may be, they really come in and take care of business. No questions asked, no moaning, groaning, no excuses, whatever. They don't miss anything. They're never absent, and they're just like that in school. So they're really professional in how they go about handling their business here. And that took a while to get to that point, but right now we're very, very blessed to have a group of guys that absolutely have bought in into the old school. His own things.
Yeah. So that's absolutely great. And I just want to personally thank you for instilling a lot of things that you just mentioned: hard work, dedication, discipline. I think that I've been able to basically carry those things, throughout my life. I even said in my book, everyone hates a ball, but they all want to score. You used to pick me up, right there in Roselle. You used to take me to the gym, and you took me to that gym, and you put me through it, And some days I didn't want to do it, but my mother, it was always about hard work, and she saw kind of your vision and what you were doing, and she said, "Go ahead, you got to go every single time." So that work until philosophy that I have on my chest, that's the foundation of it. That's where it came from, and I just want to personally thank you for.
Thank you, and we're still trying to instill those same values. And again, I use you as a role model every single day. And you could ask the guys in there how many times they hear war stories, but they hear every single day, every waking moment.
Okay.
Right, well, thank you again.
So there you have it, Coach Koran Godwin. This is Coach Chris Chavannes, head here at the Patrick School. One of my mentors, the guy that got me started. And as I said before, it's always each one teach one. So you guys go out there, and if you pay it forward, it will come back. And this is the prime example of that. All right, God first, work until. All right, appreciate you, man. Follow me on social media at Coach Godwin, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.